Politics, Introductions, Terminologies, and Summations. Section 2, Political Behavior is Human Behavior. Introduction. Tensions in the South China Sea are rising as China expands its military presence and influence. Taiwan, the homeland of my parents and ancestors, sees itself as an independent nation while China considers it a breakaway province. Matter of fact, when the United States got into the picture, it did not recognize the Republic of China as legitimate. The United States, a dominant regional power and key trade partner with China, also has a special relationship with Taiwan, leading to uncertainty over whether conflict will escalate into war or be resolved peacefully. At the core of international conflicts are individual political leaders, citizens, and their decisions. But beyond material interests, nations act based on their moral aspirations and their visions for global order. This section explores both normative or idealistic and empirical or practical aspects of politics, examining both aspirations and actions. And so we are exploring both idealistic, which is normative, aspects of politics, and also practical, which are empirical aspects of politics. In terms of our terminology, authoritarianism is a non-democratic form of government with centralized power and limited civil rights and liberties. Capitalism is an economic system in which the means of producing and distributing goods are privately owned and individuals are seen to be motivated by acquiescentiveness. Oh, hey, Dad. Have a good day. Civil liberties are individual freedoms, such as free speech or freedom of religion, that are protected from governmental interference. Civil rights are rights that governments must act to protect for individuals in certain groups, such as ethnic groups or sexual identities. For example, for voting rights to exist, the government must provide ballots in a language that the voter can understand. Communism is an economic system in which property is collectively owned and assumed to be used for the common good. Direct democracy is a system of government in which all decisions are made, usually by voting, through the participation of all citizens. Fake news, stories masquerading as actual news that lack any basis in fact. A game. Game is a competition between participants who make strategic choices under known rules, aiming to win. Heuristics, a cognitive shortcut for making decisions in which simple, practical rules are substituted for more complex methods. Human rights, the fundamental, inalienable rights individuals have by virtue of being persons. Inalienable, that which cannot be taken, transferred, or withdrawn from a person. Irrational, human behavior that is not devoted to maximizing individual self-interest. Libertarianism, the political philosophy that holds that individual rights or liberties should not be restricted unless an individual's behavior causes direct harm to others. Yes. Marxism, the term that is used to label the political philosophy of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, which holds that a society is just when both economic and labor contributions and needed resources are distributed properly without discrimination. Motivated reasoning, the human tendency to embrace ideas we want to believe while rejecting evidence that challenges those beliefs. Public goods, resources that benefit everyone because they cannot be withheld from anyone and are not used up when individuals benefit from them. Rational, behavior that strategically seeks to maximize an individual's own well-being, however the individual defines it. Representative democracy, a system of government in which citizens elect individuals to represent their interests within a legislature. Social contract, a hypothetical contract in which individuals collectively give up some of their freedoms in return for receiving protection. Social justice, the equitable distribution of opportunities, resources, and rights within a community. Utilitarianism, is the political philosophy holding that the goal of society is to maximize human happiness. Summation. What goals should we seek in politics? Political philosophers explore fundamental questions such as the nature of human rights, social justice, the purpose of government, and who should rule. Different theories of social justice exist, from maximizing social welfare or individual liberty to Marxist ideals of equality and freedom from class oppression. Thinkers like John Rawls, for example, proposed justice based on rational choices behind a veil of ignorance, again, justice as fairness, or while non-Western feminists and black scholars, for example, challenged traditional Western views. However, in practice, political action, not abstract theories, determines how these concepts are applied, and those in power ultimately shape a government's purpose, the justice that it upholds, and the rights that it protects. So, why do humans make the political choices that they do? Humans make decisions using two main processes. Fast thinking, which tends to include automatic instinctive decisions, and slow thinking. Utilizes deliberate analytical choices. In politics, people act for strategic, goal-oriented, or expressive, which are identity-revealing reasons, and often both. Actions can be driven by self-interest or the broader public good, with these motives frequently overlapping. Political actors may pursue public benefits while also advancing their own interests, such as candidates helping constituents while strengthening their electoral prospects. Human behavior is partially predictable. Humans are unique, that is true, yet their behavior can be partially predicted based on shared characteristics and circumstances. Predictions may be inaccurate due to individual differences, faulty data, or changing behavior. Motivated reasoning, a bias that leads people to believe what they want rather than evaluating evidence objectively, explains why certain individuals sometimes make incorrect judgments in politics and other areas. It also explains why smart people believe stupid and ridiculous things. And the pertinence of context for political decisions. Political scientists use games to predict human behavior in politics, as political actions resemble games with rules and strategic decision-making. Predictions can be logical, based on rational behavior, or predictions can be empirical, based on actual behavior. The ultimatum game illustrates this concept by showing how people make decisions about resource allocation, depending on context, relationships, and future interactions. Studying such games helps reveal patterns in political human behavior. In the next section, we will discuss political ideology.